Do not read self help books. Self helps are evil. Yes, you heard that right. I am suggesting you not to read self help books. Now, this might sound contradictory to your current beliefs because your teachers, those motivational speakers, those inspirational talks which you see on YouTube, those people do tell you to read self helps. And I am suggesting you just something opposite of it. And trust me, I am telling the truth, and I have no grudge against them because it's their business. Their business is to teach others how to get rich and in return become one. They tell you to read self helps because they are the ones who create it. Just the way a gold company sells and advertises gold jewelry because it wants you to buy the product. Just like a soap company advertises its bars so you buy the product. Similarly, those inspirational speakers, those motivational YouTube channel speakers or handlers, they tell you to read self helps because ultimately they are the ones who are going to get benefited when you make that purchase. And you see, there are millions and millions of copies sold every year of self helps. And in the end, who gets rich? The one who has written that book and not the one who has read that book. Because if it was so, then everyone purchasing that so called bestseller might be successful, might be richer, but that doesn't happen so. You see, the major self help books, the classic ones like the one 12 Habits of Highly Successful People, or the one How to Influence Friends and Family by Carnegie, those were the classic books. Those were the inventors, or we can say the basis point of self helps. All the current books are based on that simple idea created by those authors. Just the flavor and the wording, the phrasing is different. And most of the self helps have techniques in them which are absolutely ridiculous, like the one where they tell you to have a vision, have a vision that you are going to earn 1 crore per year, or have a vision that you are going to own a mansion, or have a vision that you are going to have Mercedes Benz. So they don't take you out of illusion but bring in more illusion into your mind. How just how are you going to get benefited if you are sitting in a forest or sitting at your home and you go on imagining yourself enjoying into that mansion which is created into your mind and not real? You just go on having that vision and vision. How is it going to help you? hmm? And then this that another technique in those self-help books which most of them have is that to have a positive mindset. They tell you to have a positive attitude. If something happens wrong, have a positive attitude. If something goes against, be positive. And so they make you conditioned to feel differently. So they even change the way you feel. They change your disgust into pleasure. They change your hatred into happiness. But that is just a short-term solution. That's not going to change your life. That is why when you read a self-help or when you attend a positive seminar, you feel good, but only for a moment. Once you get out of that hall, and after 5 hours or 4 hours, you get hit by the reality, and then you are back to normal. Nothing changes, just like coming out of a dreamland. And so they are selling that illusion packed into their 200 to 300 pages book, priced at 90 or 100 rupees, and they are selling you dreams. There's no reality in it. Actually, they are displacing you from the reality and taking you back into the illusion. You are not going to achieve anything by reading a book. No amount of words are going to help you change the way you are unless you decide it by yourself. I had one friend who used to read 4 to 5 self-help books each week, and he was so much into those books that maybe by now he might have read around 100 or 200 books on self-help. Several, I can't even name those books. There was that Secret, there was The Power of Subconscious Mind, and I don't know how they title these funny names. But yeah, he used to read lots and lots of self-helps. So what he used to do is, he used to read those books, he used to pick up some jargons and some flowery words from those books, and he used to bring in those during our conversations. Like if we are some group of 3 friends, and then he used to bring up the topic of self-helps, and he used to tell us about what he learned from the book, and he used to share that with us. And initially we used to feel good that yeah, he seems to learn something. But as the days passed by, we noticed that he was just picking up words and thoughts, but his life, his way of living stayed the same. No change was seen into his routine. No change was seen into the way he handled his time. All he got was increased vocabulary. I don't know, but I think he felt smarter when he used to talk about that. But his life stayed the same. And that's what I am sharing with you. If you go on reading self-helps, you are not going to achieve anything. All you will gain is vocabulary and some funny words, and nothing. You will waste your time, you will waste your money on those books. And the ones who have written those books will get richer, but not you. It's their way of earning money. It's a sales pitch which they have prepared for you. Those 200 pages of self-help is a sales pitch. And that's their method. Their method is to get rich. Do you know what's the easiest way to get rich? Any idea? The easiest, simplest way to get rich is to teach others how to be one. And that's what they are exploiting from your habits. Everyone wants to get rich, everyone wants to be respected, everyone wants to have a better life. But do you really think that a 200 pages book is going to solve that problem? 10 years in school it took to develop your character, to develop your mindset. And do you think that by just reading 4 hours and 5 hours you are going to change it? No. The words, those sentences, that book is not going to help you unless you take action. And that's it. Only taking actions can you change your life. If you want to be rich, work for it. Get a job or start a business. Don't waste your time sitting idly and getting that orgasmic experience of inspiration. That's not going to help you. It's good like entertainment. Self helps and entertainment go together. If you want to change your life, you have to work. If you want to get respected, then do something worth it. If you want to change the world, then first change yourself. And books are not going to help you. Just imagine how many hours you might have wasted till now by reading those books. There are around 200 to 250 pages of that book, and it takes around 5 to 6 hours to read it carefully. So that doesn't change anything. Imagine what you could have achieved by really doing something instead of just reading those words. If you had taken action for that 6 hours, if you had practiced some skill which could really make you money. Reading is passivity. And I'm not saying that reading is bad, reading is good, but what you read is important. All the self-helps are same. They give that shit to you about positivity, about having a vision, etc., etc. And that is useless stuff. Once you go to 2 or 3 self-help books, you will get the basic idea that all the books are same, just the flavors are different. And there's nothing new in it. Just understand that if you want to change your life, you got to take action. And I hope that after listening to this tape, you will take that step which will change your life. Thank you.